If you've ever wanted a companion for discovering the city on foot, you may be in luck. City of Sydney Council has developed a new smartphone app that acts as your own personal tour guide.
The app has a lot of walks that you can go on. So the one that we just went on was the Chinatown to Sakilla Quay walk, which started off at the Golden Watermouth. I've actually never heard of that term before, but it's actually the golden tree right in front of the entrance to Chinatown. And we went to the Blue Cloud alleyway, which was in between two worlds, and it goes all the way until the wind lines, the Scout Compass of Discovery.
Sydney Culture Walks claims to help Sydney-siders uncover hidden laneways and new neighbourhoods, whilst informing them about Sydney's fascinating history.
So we refined the focus and made it, something for someone, and it ended up being just about culture. So history and culture. And really an app made sense in this instance because it needed to be fast performance, it needed to be real time.
So the app tells you where you are and where all the landmarks are. So it not only gives you increased visibility and enhances your experiences through telling you where these places are, but it also gives you history and background on what these places might mean, what the artworks mean.
It allows you to engage with a very specific culture, and it gives you the option and choice in a way that would otherwise take hours of online research or a friend or a hookup in order to get that kind of information.
The new Pocket Guide is easy enough to use. Simply download, turn on location settings and Bluetooth and you're ready to go. In fact, it's almost too easy. Some users have suggested that apps like these are an insult to youth. They say Sydney-siders aren't too ignorant to get the information themselves.
People from different cultures and backgrounds aren't necessarily ignorant in the fact that they don't want to know what's going on, but rather they're so comfortable in what they already know and they don't have the time to go exploring and looking for things that they don't even know about in the first place.
We're at the best age to be doing these exploration activities. We're always looking for new things to go to, but we don't always have the necessary information.
The Golden Tree, I didn't realise it actually had history behind it. And the app is actually a great way of letting people know or rediscover the things that they already have in their backyards.
But just how engaging can a virtual tour guide be? And can your iPhone really be a good enough partner in crime for hitting the town?
Well, I think the fact that youth are so integrated with our phones these days is an inescapable fact. We can't avoid it. And so the fact that it's Sydney Walkabout is an app itself it feeds naturally, and as young people we can adapt naturally to the app. It makes sense, to be honest. Apps are the future and it works, to be honest. I guess our generation is often criticised as being homebodies and stuck to computers and screens all day and not doing enough walkabouts and exploring of culture. So combining these two factors together, the exploring culture and technology is a really effective way to engage youth, I think.
First-time users realised they were unfamiliar with many landmark areas in their own city.
From the city, and I come to the city all the time, but I don't actually notice all the sculptures and what they mean and the history behind it. So I think this walk would be quite fun.
I think it's a running joke that people who live in a certain city don't actually ever visit the landmarks. It's always the foreigners who end up visiting landmarks. Like I can't remember the last time I've been to the Sydney Opera House, to be honest. And I was born here and I've lived here for many years. If you live in a city where you're around other people that aren't like yourself, it is paramount that you understand their culture because they're your neighbours, you're living among them, and I'm sure you'd hope that they'd offer the same kind of understanding to your own culture and background because we're all multicultural, most of us are. It's a really necessary part of living in a multicultural city.
If the app is as effective as it claims, then perhaps the days of tour guides and online research are about to be over. Sandra Selim, Culture Collective.